Welcome to A Better Chance for Youth television show with your host Monique Robinson, where we highlight, celebrate, and recognize students from all over the country who are doing great things in the classroom, community, and athletics. Every student deserves an opportunity for hope and a future. So let's celebrate our students, the next generation of teachers, engineers, entrepreneurs, and future leaders. Join us on another incredible segment of A Better Chance for Youth show with your host, Monique Robinson.
Good evening, and how is everybody doing? Now, this week has been truly, truly amazing as we have met just about all of our top 15 candidates in the Takesha A. Davis Scholarship Award. Now, this show might be, we have a very special guest. And, I'm not going to spill the beans on that yet, but when you see this guest, you're going to know why I am extremely excited to have this person here after we talk to our scholar for today. So let me welcome our scholar. I know she is excited, and if you just, read her shirt, you probably can tell what school she's going to. Hey, Allison, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I can't complain other than it being extremely hot in Texas. It's like I have a permanent sweat mark on my forehead. And
that's what it feels like in Ohio. And I'm just like, how is this even possible?
In Ohio? Mm-hmm. What's your temperature?
Too hot.
Oh my God, you are truly, truly amazing. So what have you been up to this summer?
This summer, I've had an internship at Nationwide Children's Hospital. I've interned in different areas of the hospital. One of my rotations, you get 3 rotations. One of my rotations was in general surgery. So every day, it was an 8-hour internship that was paid. And for hours, I just watched surgeries the whole day. And that was pretty cool. And then I also was interned in the neurology inpatient and outpatient areas, which is very, very fun and very eye-opening and gave me so much experience and just knowledge just from being around professionals like that every day. Wow. That just ended, sadly, but yeah.
Oh, well, it seemed like you had a truly amazing and exciting kickoff summer to your collegiate experience that is on the horizon. So, you wearing it on you, but I just like to hear the way that you, I like to hear the way that you.
Just so the people can see.
So, for the people in the back, she's trying to show you.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So, Miss Allison is going to tell us the school that she will be attending this week. Like, you move in this week. And she's going to tell her, she's going to read us her essay as well.
So, hi, my name is Allison Brown. I'm going to the Real HU at Hampton University. And do you want me to just segue into my essay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. HBCUs hold a special place in my heart. Both of my parents are HBCU graduates, with my mother from Alcorn State University and my father from Jackson State University. While they've always encouraged me to consider an HBCU for my education, they've also emphasized choosing the one that feels like the best fit for me. When I toured Hampton, I immediately felt at home. The focus on academics during the pre-med sciences tour and the welcoming atmosphere validated that Hampton was where I envisioned spending my college years. As an incoming freshman, I believe I bring a unique perspective. I'm gifted, have ADHD, and have faced social anxiety, but I've learned the significance of self-care in managing my anxiety and would strive to promote this within Hampton's community. I aim to inspire others facing similar challenges by sharing my successes. I am also excited about completing college at an HBCU because there I will no longer be the minority like I was in high school. My professional goal is to become a neuroscientist, a field where an African-American female representation is limited. I want to be a role model for my little sister and other Black girls interested in neuroscience / pre-med who may not see themselves represented. Hampton's outstanding reputation for its pre-med coursework aligns perfectly with my goals. Having completed 2 years of internship at Nationwide Children's Hospital and Grant Hospital in Columbus, Ohio, I will share these experiences with the Hampton community. Throughout my academic journey, I've consistently found myself surrounded by high-achieving individuals that motivate me to continuously strive for excellence. I intentionally seek environments and relationships that inspire me to excel, fostering a strong work ethic. While I maintain a mindset of pushing myself to achieve, I've also learned the importance of prioritizing self-care, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic and quarantine. I recognize the need of avoid overworking myself, understanding that I can only produce my best work when I prioritize being the best version of myself. Participating in my internships proved this to me, along with opening my eyes to the healthcare field. Receiving a scholarship would help me contribute towards my education, give me a sense of independence, and would be honored to receive as a reflection of the hard work I've put in thus far. As someone with ADHD, I have had my struggles with school, and receiving this scholarship would demonstrate that I've been able to achieve despite what might be considered a barrier for some students. I believe my experiences have prepared me for college and the healthcare industry, and I'm eager to become part of the Hampton community and make it my home by the sea.
Oh, lovely, lovely.
Thank you.
I pushed the button. You had me so excited. I pushed the button too fast. It put you off and on. Amazing. Well, I'm truly excited, and thank you so much for coming on in this crunch time.
Mm-hmm.
Please don't forget to make sure we get that address so we can put you on our mailing list for, campus goodies or, motivational mailings and things like that, because, you locked in for life. Regardless of what happened with the scholarship, you locked in for life. I am going to make sure you get to that finish line.
And I really appreciate that for making me feel very comfortable and stuff. And make me feel secure.
So sweet. Well, you got my telephone number. You have my email. Please use it. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah.
You're like, yep. And even if I don't answer, I do respond like right away. So thank you so much for coming. I truly appreciate you.
I appreciate you too, and thank you for having me.
Awesome sauce. Now, I gotta ask you something before you go.
Yes.
Are you a registered voter?
Yes, ma'am. One thing my humanities teacher did first thing we got there was have us register and know that we could do it when we're not 18 yet.
Oh, wow. So so how are you going to help people your age? Like, how are you going to motivate them to get registered if they're not?
To get registered or not, just having the knowledge of being able, to be able to register to vote, just learning more and just learning more about the voting process. Like, I didn't even know that I was able to vote under 18, and that alone changed the whole way I thought about voting. Not voting, but that I could do more, especially being under the age. And as well, learning from the people around me. Like I said, like my humanities teacher, she was very adamant on us knowing and doing and getting registered to vote. And just having role models like that in which they want to make a change and in which I can learn from them. And she was my teacher. So just being able to gain that knowledge from her throughout my schooling, just I can take that and use it when I'm in my Hampton community and encourage others to vote. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you for sharing that with me. And I wish you much success. Now, don't forget, you got my info. You better use it, or I'm gonna call your email and everything else. I'm like, look, you forgot about me?
No, never.
Okay. Well, you have a wonderful day. Okay.
You too. Thank you.
Awesome. So you guys just met one of our amazing finalists in the Takesha A. Davis Scholarship, and she's from Columbus, Ohio. And we have a couple of our finalists going to Hampton. Maybe they'll cross paths. Who knows? So after this commercial, we have a special guest. Now, this is kind of like a surprise guest, but after this break, you probably see a whole different side of Dr. Monique Robinson, because I, truly am honored to have this person as a guest. After this commercial.
Are you interested in attending an historically Black college or university? Hello, my name is Robert Mason. I'm president and founder of the Common Black College application. Our application allows students to apply to over 50 historically Black colleges and universities at the same time for only $20. HBCU graduates have been some of the most renowned individuals in their respective fields since the late 1800s. In addition to that, our faculty and staff are truly committed to your success, and they have a vested interest in seeing that you do well. That, coupled with the academic rigor and the fact that you will establish lifelong relationships, are just some of the many benefits of your attending an historically Black college or university. So if you're interested in completing the Common Black College app, visit our website at commonblackcollegeapp.com to apply now. Thank you, and get educated.
Awesome. Don't forget my seniors. If you are a senior this year, please start, because this year go by so fast, and it'll be time for you to go off to school like this year's class. Now, our next guest, probably about to like really see a totally like different side of excitement, and I'm so honored that, he's taking time out of his busy schedule to pay us a visit. So without further ado, let's welcome to our show. Hello, how are you?
Good evening. How are you?
I can't complain. I didn't say your name because I messed it up before, and I'm like, I'm not about to mess it up twice.
It's say what you say. Just remember that.
Say what you say. Got it.
Yep.
That's a way I can get it. Say what you say. So
Say what you say.
Welcome, Dr. Say. See, look, I was ready. I was like, look at it.
I love it.
Then I said, I was about to break out in the state. I was like, no, not today. We're not gonna sing the alma mater today. So if you haven't guessed, Dr. Say, he is holding the position of the place that changed my whole life. Dr. Say is the new director of Wilberforce University Choir. So my understanding is that vocal music program.
Vocal music, yep. Choirs and vocal activity, yep.
Choirs and vocal activity. So those who know me personally know that was one of my things that everybody knew me from in the whole area. They was like, wait a minute, she is a university chorus member. So Dr. Say, I said it right that time. See, look.
Yes, ma'am.
Practice make perfect. So Dr. Say was actually a member of Central State University chorus, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Under the direction of William Caldwell, yes.
Oh, Lord. Say less. I love Mr. Caldwell. I do. But he is rough. He used to come over in our territory, and I used to pray he didn't say nothing to the Sopranos. Like, please don't say nothing.
Oh, yeah. They listen, between he and Dr. James Arthur Williams, they worked us to death, because though we were on two different campuses, we were all from a common lineage as far as choral music, coming with Dr. Williams being the choir director at Stillman originally.
Yes.
And then he and Dr. Caldwell coming and taking over Wilberforce and Central right across from each other. And that just kind of created this almost vacuum of choral music right there in Wilberforce. And, and I remember our buses crossing while we were on tour. We stopping at common bus stops, and it was amazing. I loved it.
Yes, and actually, the years I was at Wilberforce, I was blessed to go to Cairo. I was on that tour.
That Egypt trip,
and
yeah.
Some Central State scholars were able to go on that tour with us. So, yes.
Yeah, there were a few, and I was not one of the few. I wish, but I was not one of the few. I was still in high school when you guys went to Egypt.
But hey, those opportunities are once in a lifetime. So I am going to let you just talk about some of the exciting things. Like, soon as I seen there was a choir, university choir was trying to revitalize, I was like, what can I do to help? Because I don't know if you know, I really one day I'll tell you my backstory. But I end up coming to the university chorus because I was going to practice with one of my friends, and they was like, she sing too, and I was like, not really. trying to, because I was being stubborn. I didn't really want to. And then when I seen Dr. Williams' real side, I really didn't want to. But tell us what's going on at the choir.
So just to kind of give a little background about myself, I am a graduate of the Central State University. Attended there from 2000 to 2005. Traveled across the world with the Central State University chorus, as well as the Mount Vernon Nazarene University choir, collegiate chorale. And so choral music is what I know. We are working to rebuild the program at Wilberforce University. It has been several years since the choral music program has been what it was many, many years ago, but we are working to rebuild that program. We are in need of support from our alumni. We are prepared to hit the road. As a matter of fact, we have our opening convocation coming up on this Thursday, and we are on program not one, not two, but 3 times. And then after that, we will be opening up before Marette Brown Clark at the AME conference in Columbus, Ohio. And then after that, all full steam ahead as we get ready to hit the road, as we get ready to take the name of Wilberforce University across this great country. We are not just a gospel choir. We sing classical, we sing spirituals, we sing gospel, we sing jazz, we sing Broadway, we can sing just about anything. And the one thing that I can say about my choir is they are very hardworking and they are ready to put their best foot forward no matter where we go, so that we can share our musical gifts with the world. So that's where we are.
Love it. I think before we went on air, I was kind of reflecting. I'm like, yeah, we didn't have, the first part of the year we did all the AME conferences. The second half of the year was choir tour. So it was like we knew our schedule. It was like, and I really, really appreciate the fact that you distinguish the two. And often in music spaces, people mix that up. The university course, it sets a standard.
Right. So our university chorus at HBCU comes out of the tradition of the Fisk Jubilee singers, who hit the road, and their primary goal was to take the name of Fisk University and to raise money for Fisk University. And we have that same ideal, we have that same standard, we have that same goal. As a matter of fact, our new president, Dr. Newkirk, was the president at Fisk University before he came to Wilberforce. So he knows the tradition and he knows it well. And when we had our initial meeting, he made it clear, this is what I want, brother say, because he's also a signal. Go Mom. And this is what I want, this is what I'm used to, these are the things that we want to see. And I was like, well, we're of one thought and one mind, sir, because that's all I know. Even going back to my time in high school, that's all I know. We sang some gospel, but we sang a lot of spirituals. We sang Loretta Thompson's Hallelujah. We sang the Hallelujah Chorus. We sang all of those things. And so that's the tradition that I'm working to rebuild at Wilberforce, because prior to, I'd say 2015, maybe, that was the tradition. That was what Wilberforce was known for.
It's been a while. So
yeah, it's been a while, but guess what? After I'm gonna say this, Mo, and I'll have to be very clear, very, very transparent. After today's rehearsal, I think you all are going to be pleasantly surprised.
Yes,
they are knocking music out left and right. They are putting their best foot forward every single day, and rebuilding that culture of excellence in the choral room. Yeah. And so we're excited and we're ready to hit the road.
I'm excited. I hope y'all come as far as down here. I know it's an AME church down here in Texas. I found one just the other day. But that is so exciting. I know when I was in the choir, we did two
Go sit
CDs.
down.
Two CDs.
Sorry, I have my coworkers. My kids are in the background, so y'all may see them running around. Just ignore them.
It's okay. It's okay. Life is life, and like
Life is life, and that it is.
Life. You know, we wouldn't expect less. you
Right.
fine. You gotta do what you do.
I don't know. Texas it might be. I mean, a down south tour is not too far outside the purview. We just got some building to do and get ourselves to self-sufficiency as far as our program, and then the sky's the limit. I mean, an international tour is not, too far outside of my goal. As far as where we would go, I don't know yet, but getting them across the pond is part of my goal, getting them all across the United States to take the name of Wilberforce and recruit some of the best talent. That's a huge part of what's going to help us be successful, is the recruitment piece. If we can recruit amazing talent and keep this pipeline of students coming, that's going to be half the battle, because then I can bring them in and they're ready to go. They're ready to sing. It's just a matter of teaching them the music.
Do you require them to read music to be in the university?
Initially, I don't require them to read music. It's something that I teach along the way. It's something that my section leaders work with them with on in sectionals. Oh yes. My section leaders don't play. They be like, no, you're gonna read this. We've set up the program where, and I don't know, how Dr. Williams did his, but I know how Dr. Caldwell did ours. We had to know our music before we came into rehearsal. And then all he had to do was polish and clean and made sure it was memorized. Well, that's my program.
Yeah, or you was gonna
practice outside of rehearsal. They come into rehearsal, the sections run it together, we put it together, and we clean it. And then we move on to the next.
Or you get embarrassed. It was either one of the two.
Facts.
Oh my God.
I've already told them there's about last year there was about 15 in the choir. This year we are at 35.
Yay!
So we doubled within the year. I've already told them only 15 to 20 are going on tour.
So yeah, that's pretty much the same. Like everybody didn't get to travel.
Right. And here's the thing. I told them, I said, make me have to call the president and say, I can't leave any of these kids behind. That's how hard you need to work on your music. Make me have to find more money so I can put all of y'all on a bus to go on tour. That's your motivation. Make me have to work harder to find money. Make me have to call choir alumni and be like, look, I need about $5,000 more, y'all. Because I can't leave. They have worked their behinds off. I have to take every single one of them. And so that has been their motivation. And thus far, they are producing. And I love it. I absolutely love it. I love the spirit that is in the choir room. I love the fact that when they get to their sectionals, they work. I love the fact that they are learning the tradition that was the Wilberforce University Choir. And I can't wait till homecoming, because I fully expect when we have our little our choir alumni get together and they perform for the choir alumni, and then we get to perform with some of the alumni, that it's going to be a great time.
And see, I wish you would do that like at Don Dance. I could come during Don Dance. You said homecoming. That's like in a couple months. I don't know. We'll see. I might surprise y'all. But if you are a choir alum, especially my years, Ebony, super high soprano, Tia Williams, the best alto in the business. You guys, he is trying to revive the program that we love so much. Tanika Lightfoot, very impactful soloist. I mean, the names are endless. You know what? That was the first choir I've ever been in where he just point and everybody was a soloist.
Absolutely. And be ready. And do not miss your cue, because he will point to somebody else and you have missed the boat.
Well, I mean, or do like me. I missed my cue and he stopped the whole song. It was embarrassing, but hey, I lived through it.
It happens. It happens in rehearsal. As long as it don't happen in the performance, we okay. But in rehearsal, it happens. I'll say this. One of the things that we are doing, and I don't know if Wilberforce sang it. I know we did. There was an arrangement of His Eyes on the Sparrow that he did, I believe, when he did it while he's at Stillman, and he brought it up here. We are reviving that arrangement of His Eyes on the Sparrow. Central State has not sung it for many years. We are going to revive that. Yeah, we're going to revive it, and we're going to sing it on tour. We are. I have to. He was my professor as well. So, and I mean, it's only been a few years since he passed away, but I think in honor of his memory, it's mandatory, especially when I know it.
Oh my God. So, that was one of the songs, like our signature song, like I was telling you earlier. That and God Is. I don't care what convocation, what anything, university choir saying God is clearly a done deal. It's a wrap.
Listen, now you're gonna make me call. You're gonna make me call my mentor and be like, I need to hear this CD. I know you got the Wilberforce CD. I need to hear it.
Yeah.
Because God is one of those powerhouse songs. And
and my choir roommate, Ebony Wilson, was the soloist on that, and I can't think of who. I think Tanika sung the second part, and then it was Lakeisha Ely. But when I say, and Misty Benjamin sung on it too, depending on which CD you listening to.
Oh, I know Misty Benjamin. I know she sang that to death. Oh Lord!
When I
know she sang that to death.
You could be a person.
Did I teach? I think I might have taught one of her kids at some point.
Well, her son.
I'm trying to remember when I met Misty.
Her son goes to Wilberforce. He is he's in the band, so he does go to Wilberforce. But when I tell you, we sung that was the last time we all were together. It was during Dawn Dance. We had a reunion, which I think is probably time to do another one. That was the last time that Dr. Williams heard all of us. I think the video is somewhere on YouTube.
It's on YouTube.
God is. And you could hear him yelling, "That's my choir." I was like, "Oh Lord, here we go." we did good, because we didn't. You know, we would hear about it because he did not play any games. Now I have another question, and this is just me being silly, but serious at the same time. Have y'all practiced the walk?
We have not, and actually that is on the docket for tomorrow.
Oh, Jesus.
We are literally going over to the multiplex to practice how to enter, how to exit. I'm telling you what we did practice. We practiced the grace.
I used to lead
I taught them the grace. They know the grace. I
used to lead the grace. He'd go like this, and I would have to start the grace.
Thou art great. Yeah. I taught them the grace. I told them, young men, the ladies don't lift nothing.
Yeah, it's the same rules then.
Same rules apply. Ladies, your job is to look pretty. Get off the bus.
And we couldn't wear, and this was, I mean, my mom is like this. Like, we couldn't wear scarves and do-rags or anything. You get off that bus, you better look $1 million. Yeah.
When you step off that bus, you better look your best, because they and I got this from him. They see you before they hear you.
Oh my God!
They see you before they hear you. So no, we haven't practiced the walk, but that is coming tomorrow. And and some of them, I'm like, you're gonna have to get in shape. You're gonna have to go and do some push-ups or something. Go run them a couple miles, because that walk in. Whoo,
oh Jesus!
Yeah, we move with a purpose.
Oh my God!
We don't stroll in. We don't stroll in nowhere.
Go back. No, I was like, oh my God! If y'all don't walk fast, just go back.
Yeah, no, and I think that walk came with at every HBCU choir at that time, because every HBCU choir that I've seen from around that era had that walk. They just walked in with confidence. It was like, we flying in Morgan State, Kentucky State, Central State, Wilberforce, every choir I've seen from that time, they didn't come strolling and just walking. No, you moved. And please don't fall because you're gonna get walked over.
Pretty much. And I didn't fall, thankfully, but I seen some tumbles. And if you're watching, please don't,
I've seen some tumbles. Yeah. So now, the walk is coming.
Yes, I'm excited. So you're gonna make me make a special trip for homecoming because the choir, honestly, and I know you hear me say that all the time, the choir saved me from myself. I got to Wilberforce, by default because I really wanted to go somewhere else. And I fought it because my parents, graduated from Wilberforce University. Mm-hmm. And I didn't want to go there because that's where they went. And I wanted to go to Elizabeth City State because they had music engineering. Mm-hmm. Guy had other plans and my GPA made it known. So when I graduated from high school, made it known. So I came to Wilberforce and I was being stubborn. I was like, I'm not going to sing. I don't even want to sing no more. They didn't let me go to the school I wanted to go to. Mm. And when I got to Wilberforce and, like I said, my friend, I was going to choir rehearsal with Jamie McCoy and I was sitting there and she was like, come. I was like, I don't want to go there. And it just was like, being that I'm classically trained as well, when you see, when music is your love, you really can't escape it. Like, you just can't. Mm-hmm. And so when I got in the choir, it was like, we got to travel. I was like, for free? My mom don't have to send nothing.
For free. For free. So,
yes, we literally went, like the alma mater says, sea to shining sea. We did an East Coast tour, West Coast tour, down South tour. I was privileged to go to Cairo, Egypt twice. And some of the closest friends, even that I have to this day, and I've been out of school for 30 years almost, we still talk like it's yesterday. Mm-hmm. So, guys, please get behind. Y'all know how the choir, keep us together, and we still use some of his sayings. I use his
all the time. I said one today. I sure did. I said one today. I said, I don't need no glass jaw voices.
Yep.
I said, so you need to take care of your instrument because I don't need no glass jaw voices. And I said, oh God.
Yeah.
I sound like Mr. Caldwell and James Arthur Williams. Hey. I sure do. And it was something I needed to say because I needed to teach them you have to take care of your instrument. And notice some of my students are in the band and the choir.
Oh, wow.
And I had to say to some of them, I said, I understand y'all do, some chanting and stuff in the band. I get that. But let me teach you how to do it so you don't lose your voice because you got a scholarship over there, but you got a scholarship over here too.
Oh, wow.
And you got to take care of your voice.
Show better because
got to. That's a necessity. Because when we get to a performance, I don't want to hear.
Yeah.
No, boy, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Okay, well then go sit on the bus.
Oh no, that'd be sad. That'd be real sad.
That'd be real sad. You don't want that experience because I've seen some people have to do that.
And that's so hurtful. Like it is. I never had to sit on the bus, but prayerfully, my choir alum won't throw me under the bus with some of the things that did happen. It was no camera phone, so you don't have proof. So you can say allegedly.
That was the only thing that saved us. There was no camera phones at the time.
You can say allegedly. Monique allegedly did this.
Allegedly.
But I am so, any way that we can support, we can help alum, especially my choir alum. Look, I done had to get this out the rafters. Y'all, I can't wear this down here, but I'm gonna show up to the concert.
Well, we've upgraded to polos now. It's hot. So we had to get polos. So my guys are in green polos, my ladies are in yellow.
Oh, cool.
And so we got polos, we got new robes, we have tuxes and dresses on the way.
I don't miss that.
Just like I said, we're rebuilding that tradition. And Wilberforce is about to come back strong and shock a whole lot of people.
Well, I'm excited. I am
because
truly
I'm
excited.
like I said, they are a great group of students, and they are so ready for to be out in front and to demonstrate all the hard work that we've only been in school for 2 weeks.
Wow.
We had 2 preseason rehearsal days, and we've been in class for 2 weeks, and they've gotten down about half of the repertoire that I was expecting for them to get. So
Oh, wow.
we're moving along. Our first full concert is September 29th.
And that's on campus?
No, our first full concert is in Dayton, Ohio, at Maranatha Christian Center, Worship Center in Dayton, Ohio, 4:00 p.m. So that is our first full concert. We have some morning services that are scheduled throughout this semester. Spring tour is over spring break. We are going to
Texas.
don't play with me. Because I'll go to the president and be like, hey, I got an alum in Texas that want to bring us down there and shoot. We'll come down there and raise some money. We are going to Akron, Cleveland area.
Okay.
Then we are going, Detroit, Chicago, Indianapolis, Springfield, Illinois.
Oh, we did that
Illinois,
tour.
Indianapolis, Louisville, and then Cincinnati, Dayton. We're closing on the 15th to 16th of March.
So it's like you're revitalizing everything. Like we did that tour. We used to go to a church in Detroit every Black History Month. And it was so cool. Like it was a big church, big historic church. And I think Dr. Williams used to like it because it had the organ, because was a world-renowned organist. And you talking about walking, being in shape. If y'all gonna do this walk that Dr. Say want y'all to do, you gotta be in shape, because that hour was
to be in some good shape. You got to be in some good shape.
Jesus.
And see and this is the funny thing, and I know you can relate to this. We got to do that walk, and then he starts the concert with either the biggest song we have,
Lift Every Voice,
or one of those really, really small songs that require you to breathe a lot. Mm-hmm. Oh Lord.
I remember we just started with that Lift Every Voice and Sing, and I'm like, Jesus.
Well, for us, it was we had to do that walk, and then we had to do Anthem of Praise.
Oh no, that's too hard.
Or we had to do that walk and turn around and do Randall Thompson's Hallelujah and sing really, really soft and try to control our breath, and we can't breathe.
Pass out. And I was on the front row, so it was like, I couldn't really fake it like that.
No,
but,
you can't. You cannot fake it at all.
Fake it, but like I said, anyway, I can help as an alum. I'm extremely excited that this is happening. If you are watching, I'm going to have Mr. Say tell us how we can support what he's expecting from the alum of the choir. But anybody that's watching, if you have those choir CDs, I have them, but I got to figure out which form I have them in. Make sure he get that music, especially God Is, because I don't want him to, to not know what God is. Like, y'all know you.
I'm huge on traditions, so y'all gonna have to help me with what the traditions were, and help. I mean, some of them I know because they were common traditions from when I was at Central, but I know Wilberforce had its own culture as well. So knowing what those traditions were is going to help me to reestablish some of those things for this choir, as well as build on some new traditions.
Definitely.
So, if you all have those CDs, we would love to be able to have them so that we can get them duplicated. We can use that as a means of raising money for the choral program. Yeah. We gonna have to bring back the kente cloth robes.
That's the one. Actually, you know what? You put our picture. I'm on that picture that you got circulating, and I was like, oh Lord, they done brought this old back. We was on the steps in California. I remember that tour. And if you,
I was like, this is the perfect picture. Let me use this picture right here.
Yes, yes, we were on the steps. That was the year that we was on Sinbad, on Vibe. You like, oh yeah, you old. You was there a long time ago. But yes, that California tour was unique. We went to Seattle and all that. But the thing I remember about when we landed in LAX and the whole Los Angeles, I guess that's the Los Angeles alumni chapter, the way they sang that alma mater as we was coming down the terminal, and it just rang out. Oh my God. Like, it's something I never will forget. I was like, oh my God. Like, they were excited to have us there. So look, if you're watching, I'm going to let Mr. Say tell us one more time how we can support the choir. I think we might need to collaborate on this reunion, because if you do a Don dance, I guarantee you're going to have a whole bunch of people. But I guarantee.
So you want to help us out? Well, listen, the biggest thing is just be on the lookout for more information from us. I'm going to share with Mo one of our flyers. We want all of the choir alumni to send me their information so that we can keep you in the know about what is going on with the choir, where we're going to be, fundraisers, all those different types of things, because we know that there are Wilberforce alumni all across this great country, and we know there are choir alumni all across this great country. So as we prepare to hit the road, we want to see you, we want to meet you, we want to be able to have you all come up and join us on a song or two when we come to your cities. So just be on the lookout. We're going to continue to share those flyers, and we hope to see you all as we get ready to hit the road.
Awesome. Now, before we go, because I just thought about that, and Tanika Lightfoot, you better not be in the chat talking when this air. One thing I remember, and I used to be, I know it's kind of scary, I used to be shy. And Wilberforce and most schools, they pair you with a host family when you go on tours and things like that. They might have upgraded now. You might get to stay at a hotel. But in some places, we would stay with host families. And one thing about us is that we are a unique group of people, and our face expressions show. But Dr. Williams used to make us practice during choir rehearsal. Greet your host. That's not good. Go back. I was like, what?
Yeah, so this year I don't know that they're completely 100% ready for that much of the choir culture. Okay. So we're going to do hotels this year. Going into next year, it depends on if we decide we're going to go, outside the Midwest, we may say, reach out to alumni and say, hey, can you host a few students or something like that, just to save costs. And at that time, I will have that conversation like, okay, so this is how we do when we go to a host house, okay? I need y'all to not embarrass me, please. And
I went to school in the wrong era. The stories that we could tell about some of, I loved every host. Trust me, I did. But for me to not be used to that type of culture where I'm like, I'm staying with a stranger. This is not normal. But it was, some of my hosts I still talk to, surprisingly. But, and then the other thing is, one of the traditions is thanking the host, thanking the people that prepared a meal at the church. Everybody had to have a thank you speech ready
to go.
Who he was calling on. Thank God Michelle Allen is the queen. When I say the queen of thank yous, Michelle Allen Crenshaw is the queen of thank yous. And the king is Kwesi Lamont Washington.
Well, the funny thing is, and this is another tradition that I'm working on, is we will be next week, we'll be picking Mr. and Mrs. Wilberforce University chorus.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's new.
So, y'all didn't have that? We did. Those were the people that did the thank yous. If you weren't Mr. or Miss Wilberforce, Central State chorus, you did not. You did not do the thank you, because we didn't know what was going to come out of your mouth.
Oh, wow. No, we had to have it ready. Like,
oh, yeah, no. It had to come off the top of our dome. We didn't get to write it down.
No, that's what I'm saying. The top, but with Dr.
You practice it, right?
Yeah,
right,
you never
right,
know who you're gonna call.
So yeah, I'm picking people who that will be their primary job is when we are finished in the church. They thank the pastor, they thank the congregation and everybody. And so to train them on those types of social graces and different things like that, so that I mean, and it translates beyond just choir, because that's something that you will need to do in society. That's something you'll need to probably do in your work life. Is get up and just give a speech and say thank you. We appreciate your hospitality on behalf of Dr. Van Newkirk, our university president, Dr. Say, our conductor. We want to thank you, and then everybody gets up and claps.
You're right. I mean, and not
the whole choir stand up.
Not only that, I do remember just basic life things that we experience as university course members, going to those UNCF $100 plate dinners, and you have to know inner outer and know that this is a dipping bowl, like basic etiquette. That
we got pulled, and it was such an odd trip. It was it was so sudden. There was a year that President Garland, Central State's president, got called to come to the Thurgood Marshall Scholarship Dinner in New York.
Oh, wow.
And so we found out about it literally 12 hours before we had to get on a bus, drive to New York. And when I say we were in New York one night and got back on the bus and left,
Jesus.
We were in New York less than 24 hours. But we got there, we sang, we mingled. And when I say we mingled, there, I mean, the people that were there, I remember seeing Diane Carroll. And I was like, oh, let me not say nothing. Let me keep my social graces about me, because I do not want to hear my conductor's mouth
at all.
Because we embarrassed him. So, but it went well. But I just remember trips like that, and those trips stick out in my head as opportunities that I had to grow in who I, my public relations and how I, dealt with people.
It helped. It did a lot. I know one of the traditions, and the only reason why I'm saying this because I don't want to get nobody in trouble. When you pull up to that university on the road, coming from any trip, you had to sing the alma mater coming through the gates.
I got big boys around me. Go ahead.
I see him. He's like, I want to be on camera too. But so we would sing the alma mater coming in the gates, and it was so. I don't care how far or whatever. I could be in a deep sleep. They're gonna wake me up to start the alma mater. So, y'all, this is like an unbelievable experience. Wilberforce is revitalizing the music program, especially the vocal music program, because the band already showed out, and I was jealous. I ain't gonna lie. Mr. Goodwine, Dr. Goodwine, I love the band, but my heart is with the university chorus. Like that is what made me literally. It took me 4 years to get to the level I'm on, but when I was at Wilberforce. But I truly, because we gotta let Mr. Say go. We'll bring him back though. We'll bring him back with some stuff.
Oh yeah, we'll be back, and I'll bring some of the babies with me. Maybe we can set up for you all to fit in with the whole group in a rehearsal.
Definitely.
I think that would be a great opportunity, because I think their perspective in the process of this rebuilding, I think, is going to be very key in people understanding what is happening, because our president really is shifting the culture of Wilberforce University, and creating I'm not gonna say a brand new culture, but a much better culture where it's student first. It's student first. It's focused on excellence across the board, in every office, in every venue and every program, everything, he's expecting excellence from. So our goal in the music program, I know, did Wilberforce ever have a band prior to? I don't think so.
It was a
So
jazz band, and
jazz
it
band,
was
yeah,
it wasn't to the
It wasn't a
magnitude
marching
that
band.
no, not like it is
So
now.
that's he kicked that program off in style.
Yes,
And so our goal in the music program is to build all of the different pieces of the Wilberforce music program. You know, he started with instrumental. We're going to vocal. At some point, I'm going to suggest orchestra.
that would be good because there's some really talented scholars.
Mm-hmm.
And as Wilberforce says, I seen the new dorm. Like I get all the emails. I'm from from the alum. And also, if you haven't, I think I need to pay my dues. Well, I paid for this year. But make sure you pay your alumni dues. Get active. Get engaged. One of the things I can truly say is you will probably see a lot of me this year because it's my parents' 50th year out from graduating from Wilberforce. So I know I definitely be at graduation this year because they'll have on their golden. So, you know. But it's a lot of things going on positive, like the gymnastics, volleyball.
Yep.
And this is, Wilberforce is what you make it. What you put in is what you get out. So I am here to truly help, even though your first tour is not Texas, but at least you're going today.
Listen, Texas by itself would be a whole tour.
You're right.
Just Texas.
You go
as
Austin,
big as Texas is.
Austin, San Antonio, then you go to Houston.
And my parents are in Texas. So
are they really?
Yeah, my parents are down there in Corpus Christi. So
that's the ways. That's the ways.
Yeah.
I'm in San Antonio.
My mom wanted to be near a beach. That's all I can say.
Ooh, bless her heart. I can't. I still haven't been to Corpus Christi. I haven't.
Oh, wow.
But I can tell you this. Them singers that came out of Texas when I was in school that was across the street, them folks could sing. Literally sing. And one girl, I just looked. I mean, because I've never been in a choir where everybody could sing. I've always been like, that was the most humbling experience I've ever been.
But everybody opened their mouth and gold came out.
That part. And I just looked. I said, "Oh no, I don't even want to do nothing here. Everybody can sing."
and it's just the way it's the way recruitment took place. It wasn't, oh, you have a nice voice.
Yeah.
Oh no, when we went, we were looking for the best.
Yeah.
And see, that's that. After this year, that's my mindset. I'm going looking for the best. I'm going looking. I mean, every now and then you'll find a diamond in the rough, but you can only think so much. You can only do so much to try to get a voice where it needs to be, especially when you're trying to run a whole program. Yeah, so, my goal is to look for really strong singers. So if y'all got really strong singers in and around y'all, send them to Wilberforce, please and thank you. Tell them to come on and audition. Now, I'm gonna say this, and I hope this don't offend nobody. If they okay and they sound good when they mama say they sound good, no, we ain't looking for them folks. We looking for the folks that the whole church said, "Oh yeah, baby, come on and sing this for me." The whole church say you a good singer. Oh, you a good singer.
Oh my God, you just gave me a flashback of Dr. Williams. Jesus. He used to say that. He used to say that in practice, and I used to just put my head down like.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can only stay and do what I know, and so having been brought up in that musical environment, you're like, okay, but it produced good results. So you just kind of duplicate what you have seen works. And so that's my goal in this program, is just to duplicate what I've seen work.
I love it. I'm here for it. Anytime you need me, you got all my contact information. And I truly appreciate you and your coworkers today.
Right. Who need to go to bed in 2.2 minutes so they can get up in the morning, because we got to be up at 7.
Oh no.
So we can, or I'm sorry, 6, so we can be out the door by 7.
Oh Lord, have fun
Yeah.
for me. Jesus,
Yeah,
no.
my first class that I teach is at 9, so I gotta get to Wilberforce and make sure because I teach music theory too.
Oh
So
Lord, that class.
Mm-hmm.
I started out a music major, but I felt like I went to performing arts school. Like I went to Stivers, I went to Colonel White, and so by the time I got to college, I was like, I'm tired of doing the same stuff. So I changed from music to psychology, but I still was in the choir. So you're like, it's okay, it's fair.
It makes sense. I get it.
So yes, I did order a new shirt. Dr. C has a bunch of fundraisers going on. So look, y'all won't have this hot one. Then upgraded. They got t-shirts. I'm
We got t-shirts.
I'm gonna drop the link. Now you make sure you get a shirt. If you don't get it today or they push it back, get something to support them. And TJ, if you are watching this, your frat. So I suggest you. I'm gonna call TJ today. I suggest you.
Tell TJ to hit me up.
He's probably already responded in the chat because TJ was like the bass in the quartet.
Oh, pass on. Got you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was the first tenor in the quartet. So
okay.
Yeah, we got a commonality there.
Okay. Yeah. That's on the Wilberforce CD.
I know. It's also on the Central State CD. I'm telling you, it was like we might as well have been one choir because of just how much our conductors interact with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'm surprised we didn't do more concerts, collectively.
Yeah. We did local things, like when the museum was up and thriving. We did a lot at the National Cultural Museum, African American Museum in Wilberforce. We did do things with Central State there. But one of the things, and I'm gonna let you go because I know the young men have to go to bed because y'all gotta get out the house. But one thing I know I would like to see, because I am a product of Dayton Public Schools. Graduated from Colonel White High School for the Arts. One thing I miss that Dayton used to have every year. I think her name was Una Thompson. She used to do the spiritual spiritual music festival. And that's when Dunbar High School Choir was one of the best, even though, they was okay till, Mr. Toll showed us what to do. But if they bring that,
funny thing, and I don't think I told you this. Funny thing is, I was choir director at Dunbar too.
Oh wow, Mr. Neil.
I was a choir director at Dunbar, and then I became the academic coordinator for music for the entire district.
Oh wow!
And so I was in charge of All City Festival.
Yes, I remember that. I mean, like I've been gone from Dayton for a while, for a long time. But that All City Festival, that was like, it was the Choir Olympics.
Yeah. And so pre-COVID, we had revived All City Festival and made it this. I mean, we had it at Riverscape and different things of that sort. And the let me see, the All City Band was huge. The All City Choirs were huge.
Wow.
So yeah, that's my background. I was at Dunbar for 2 years. I built an award-winning choir over there. I left my legacy there, and God saw fit one day for me to find my way back home to Wilberforce, Ohio, at a different school, but I'm still at Wilberforce, Ohio. I'm at Wilberforce University, and I'm happy to be here, and I'm glad to be working with this program to rebuild it.
Awesome. So I am extremely happy that you took time out of your busy schedule, because I already know what that exists of. I wasn't a director, but I tell you, being in the choir is a whole lifestyle. But
It's the whole
like I said,
thing.
I am here to help. I'm sad y'all not gonna do a tour in Texas, but I'll come to Dine Dance if you want to do like a reunion with the old choir members, because that's the last time we had a reunion. It was at a Dine Dance.
It may be Dawn Dance. There may be something at Dawn Dance.
So I'm definitely on board for that. Anything that you may need of us, music, if you might need us to talk to some of your choir members to explain, because sometimes if you don't understand why, it's foreign to you. So when y'all start practicing that walk, I'm sorry in advance. Wear some comfortable shoes.
I had to tell some of my young ladies, I said, don't come with no stiletto heels because you're going to fall. Comfortable heels. And it ain't about being cute. It's about comfort.
Yeah, because you're going to stand.
Because you're going to be standing for an hour and a half to 2 hours. And no, you're not allowed to take your corn feet out of your shoes in the middle of the concert either. So, yeah.
I love it. Oh, yeah, you're right about that. And yeah, totally right. So thank you so much again. You got my email. You got everything. And then I'm going to make sure you get the right contacts that can help you push this to success. Like I said, Ms. Brown was our choir mama. She's still our choir mama, and she probably has a wealth of things. And I believe she's in Xenia. I'm not sure. But I put out the back call for you. I got you.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Thank you. So today we have been graced with the presence of the Dr. Say. He just made my whole life like excited, because y'all don't understand how much Wilberforce Choir has truly been a blessing to my life and who I am. So thank you for watching A Better Chance for You television show, and we will see you guys next week.
All righty.
For 80 years, UNCF has stood as a bright beacon of hope and opportunity, transforming the lives of countless students. From the first donation made in 1944 to the millions of dollars in educational assistance provided today, UNCF has been a pivotal force in breaking down barriers to higher education across the United States. Our alumni span the globe, a testament to the power of your support. As we celebrate this 80-year milestone, our mission is as urgent as it has ever been. A college degree still remains out of reach for far too many. But with your help, UNCF can continue to break down barriers. Today and for 80 years, UNCF has been honoring the legacy, transforming our future. Your support isn't just a donation, it's an investment in a brighter, more equitable future for us all. And remember, a mind is a terrible thing to waste, but a wonderful thing to invest in. Learn more, uncf.org/80th.
For inspiration, motivation, and the good news of Jesus Christ, look no further. The Daily Gospel Network has what you need. With more than 300 ministries from all over the country broadcasting every week, you're sure to get your dose of spirit-filled encouragement from the great programs on the Daily Gospel Network. Catch the Daily Gospel Network on Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, all mobile devices, and the internet.
Tune in to A Better Chance for Youth television show with host Monique Robinson on the Daily Gospel Network, the television show dedicated to highlighting incredible students on their quest to change the world. Join us every week as we uplift the youth and help them on their journey to the bright future they deserve. Catch A Better Chance for Youth television show with host Monique Robinson on the Daily Gospel Network. Thanks for watching A Better Chance for Youth television show with your host Monique Robinson, the television show where we highlight incredible students in their quest to change the world. Join us each and every week as we uplift our youth and help them on their journey to the bright future they deserve. So until next time, God bless. From your friends on A Better Chance for Youth television show with your host Monique Robinson.